The Lightning Storm Druid is an extremely powerful build in Season 3 in Diablo 4. Thanks to our new gloves and our construct, nearly all problems that the human Lightning Storm has had in previous seasons got solved. If you like to kill Uber Duriel in seconds, deleting entire screens in a T100 Vault, then this build is for you. And to be honest, even the Emperor would choose this build. You can start and push into the Gauntlet that will be introduced in 1 week, and if you don't want to build another werewolf Lightning Storm Druid, the human Lightning Storm Druid is the perfect fit for you. Hey guys, what's up? Angrentv with another Diablo 4 Druid build guide, and today I want to show you my T100 Nightmare Dungeon Lightning Storm Human Druid build. I already brought out some mid-tier guides, some end tier 4, 60, 70 Nightmare Dungeons out. You can also check them out, and also a beginner guide. Quickly about the skills, we're gonna use a Lightning Storm, and you need to hold it down until it reaches the max size, and then it's really important that you just constantly press it, because this is the only way that you can reset your Energize Spirit. As you say, it is only was down from the cooldown reduction when I constantly press it, so this is really important. Also, I got the Poison Creeper, but it's only if some enemies come too close to me and I will root them. The other bulwark for my defensive, and also the source of my resource generation from T-Ball's Will, because I don't use any basic skills. So if you don't have T-Ball's Will yet, just use my other build guide and the mid-tier version with the basic skill. And because of our symbiotic aspect, we can also constantly reset our Earthen Bulwark through our Nature's Fury. And also we got Bloodhowl for the spirit gains, and also for the constantly damage reduction when we are shapeshifted. And then Wolves just for the Fortifier on crit from the Wolves, and our Ravens for another boost from our Shepherd's aspect and more crit chance, because we got the huge boost from Shepherd's aspect with all our companions, so it's really important to use them on your skill bar. So let's start with our power helmet. We got the Gutslayer's Crown. It got really nice damage, maximum life, and cooldown reduction. We want all of that. If you already have the uber unique Harlequin's Crest, the Shaco, can try the Shaco out, and it is really nice because it has another layer of damage reduction, resource generation, and 4 to all skills. For our chest, you have to go with the Juggernaut aspect, because it will solve all of our armor problems, and we don't need armor in any other piece. As I have in our hider 6000 armor, and you saw it in the beginning, I got around 13k armor in the enemy area, so this is really nice and mandatory. And for the effects, go for total armor, damage reduction from close enemies, damage reduction from distant enemies, or damage reduction from poison enemies, and also go for maximum life, and just switch out one damage reduction type against a maximum life roll. And for our gloves, we got the unsung aesthetic wraps. These are not mandatory, but they will give you a huge boost, and just try to get all of your ethics on the gloves on max, and just farm the piece in the eyes or the vault, as we'll get from the both. On to next, our T-Ball's Will. As I said in the beginning, it is mandatory, and it gives us huge chunks of resource back. It gives us huge chunks of damage without a basic skill. If you don't have T-Ball's Will yet, just take Earth Spike as a basic skill. For our boots, we got the symbiotic aspect, so we can reset our Earthen Bulwark and our Earth skills. And for the fixes, go for movement speed, lightning resistance, shadow resistance, and you can also switch out willpower for spirit cost reduction if you have any spirit cost problems for a single target. For our weapon, and this is really important, go for a max value roll of Shepherd's aspect, so we will get 180% more core skill damage. Also try to get an X as an implicit, because it is better for damage against healthy enemies, especially for bosses. For the stats, I got nearly my biz stats. You will try to get stats, willpower, damage to close, and damage to distant enemies. Why do we get damage to close and distant enemies? Because of our Thunderstruck node that will boost our damage as more distant and close damage modifiers we scale. And for our amulet, go for the Lightning Dancers aspect. So Lightning Storm will generate dancing bolts when we crit, and this will get enhanced by the electrocution glyph on our first board. And for the affixes, go for Envenom, spirit cost reduction, movement speed, and willpower. For our 2 rings, go for the aspect of the Stampede, so we'll get 3 additional companions as also the aspect of natural balance. And for the stats, go for critical strike chance, lucky chance, distant and close enemy damage. You can also switch out lucky chance for maximum life if you need more maximum life. If you have the Ring of Starless Skies Uber Unique, switch it out for the aspect of natural balance. And for our gems, just go for the ruby in your armor pieces, go for the vulnerable enemies for your amulet and your rings, take your gems so you will get your maximum resistance. For spirit boons, we got wariness for more reduced damage from elites, then scythe talents for more increased crit chance. You can also take iron feather if you need more life, and also Avon Wrath for more critical strike damage. And for wolf, we got the Energize, so we have another chance to restore our spirit. And for the snake, we'll have to go for overload for more damage. So, and for our skill tree, we're gonna start with claw. Just take any basic skill so we can skill further. We're gonna go with 5 points into Lightning Storm, as also 1 point into Raging Lightning Storm. Apparently there is a bug with Wild Impulses, so don't take it yet until they will fix it. And also take the 3 points into Predatory and Sting, and you can take 1 point into here, so we'll get additional movement speed because we have Bloodhowl for our shape-shifting skills. For our defensive skills, go for 1 point into Earthen Bulwark, as also 1 point into Preserving Earthen Bulwark for nice Fortified Generation and Unstoppable, 1 point into Bloodhowl, as also 1 point into Innate Bloodhowl for more Spirit Generations, and also 3 points into Ancestral Fortitude for more resistance, and 3 points for vigilance for more damage reduction after you use a defensive skill. Try to always hold your 2 defensive skills on cooldown. Our companion skills, go with wolves, as also the ferocious wolf pack, so we have a chance to get our fortify up when our wolves crit. 3 points into nature's reach, so we get additional nice damage against distant enemies. 1 point into poison creeper, and 1 point into ravens, as also the brutal raven, so we get additional 2 nice ravens. Our wrath skills, take 1 point into elemental exposure, 1 point into charge atmosphere, so we can take 3 points into electric shock for more damage and also a chance to immobilize the enemies, so we can trigger our Godslayer's Crown, and also go for 1 point into Bad Omen, so we trigger our lightning bolts for our Paragon node, the electrocution. And for our ultimate skills, go for 3 points into Defiance for more damage against elites, 2 points for Circle of Life for life regeneration from our skills, and 3 points for Resonance, so you will always get 18% damage because we're constantly casting earth skills through our Earthen Bulwark and the Nature's Fury, and also get 1 point to Quick Shift, so you can get 3 point into Heightened Senses. As I said, we're constantly gonna switch to Bloodhowl and for the damage reduction. For the last part, as I said, take Nature's Fury. Our Paragon Board, I did a complete overhaul of my Paragon Board structure, and I added 1 additional cleave. Why? Because I switched out my heightened malice, and yeah, the bonus is really nice with 45% increased multiplicative damage. The problem here is that we mostly never get this passive because everything dies before they can get poisoned and are in a group of 3 mobs. Maybe it can change with the gauntlet and the mobs will live longer in the gauntlet, so maybe I will switch it back again, but now you don't need it and you will be better without the heightened malice and you will do more damage in the T100 dungeons. And what did I change? I took the Constricting Tendrils board as first and the Fulminate Cleave with it. And for the next board, a Thunderstruck, and here I went from the other side to the Thunderstruck, and I went with the Territorial Cleave. For the next board, this stayed the same with the Inner Beast and the Human Cleave for more damage reduction and damage as a human. And here I did take the Ancestral Guidance in here and also took the Keeper Cleave for more multiplicative lightning damage, and I also took nice spirit max life nodes and core skill nodes. So, and for the last board I took the heightened malice and I went with the spirit glyph in here and some nice damage reduction nodes. And for my Senechal Construct I went back to Flash of Adrenaline. Yeah, I want to play with 2 attack skills. The problem is, same with the Heightened Malice, the mobs are dying before my Senechal Construct can even attack them, so I just went with the passive buff. We slot in the Tempest, the Breaking Support for vulnerable enemies, poison support, so we can poison our enemies through our Senechal Construct for our Envenom passive, resource support, so we'll get resource back. Maybe you can switch this out if you got the Ring of Sullish Skies, but I have to try it out when I got this support gem. And for utility, Flash of Adrenaline for more multiplicative damage boost, the safeguard support for more damage reduction, the duration support, so the Flash of Adrenaline will hold even longer, and the tactical support, so the cooldown of Flash of Adrenaline will be lowered. Additionally, if you got the Genesis Stone, you can switch out Safeguard and the Evernight, maybe Resource or Breaking, but I will have to look again when I got some of these new stones. If you're fighting a single tank boss, you need the Spill Curse reduction on your boots, and you also need to only cast other Bulwark if you're not unstoppable, because otherwise you could maybe run out of spirit if you don't handle it well. So I hope I could show you a really nice guide that can handle everything in the game and is especially good in T100 dungeons. And if you have further questions, just write them in the comments, or just write if you're playing this build by yourself. And if you like this video, please leave a like and a subscribe, as it would boost my channel tremendously and you will never miss out content from Diablo 4 and Druid from me. Until the next video, bye.